Welcome back to the Texas Rangers franchise here at MLB 23, the show. This is episode 3. As you can see, we are on August 5th, 65 wins in 5.5 games above the Angels in the AL West. The Astros have fallen all the way down to 9.5 games out. And that is not something I foresaw happening this season. But let's look at the numbers for everybody. Simeon has turned his season around. He's hitting .289 with 17 home runs. And like you saw in the end of the last episode, Corey Seager is out for 1 to 2 months with a broken ankle, having a career year. It's very unfortunate for Seager with a 926 OPS. Absolutely insane. He should be back for the playoffs, thankfully. If we would have lost him for the playoffs, I have no idea what we would have done. But we are past the trade deadline. We didn't make any trades. Some of the guys I was looking at are like Josh Hader. And that was the big one I kind of wanted. But he's a left-handed reliever. He's not having a great year. And he's a free agent at the end of the year. So giving up as much as we would have had to give up to get him, it just wouldn't have made sense for how bad of a year he's having. And he's a lefty and he's a free agent. If it was just one of those things would be the negative, then I probably would have done it. But since it was all of them, we didn't do it. Another guy from the Padres I was actually looking at was Blake Snell. Blake Snell, same reason I didn't go after him was he's not having a crazy year. Actually, he's kind of turned around. He must have had a good last start. And he's a free agent at the end of the year. But Blake Snell is definitely someone I want to look at in free agency since we're probably going to lose Perez. When I say probably, meaning we're definitely going to lose Perez. We're definitely not giving him as much money as he wants for the season he's having. $289. If he would have done closer to that, he definitely would be back because I love Martin Perez as a player. But John Gray finally back off the IL. Dane Dunning pitching okay. And Andrew Heaney. I don't know what we're going to do with Heaney. We have some guys in AAA. Some older veterans that I don't mind coming up, like Danny Duffy. I wouldn't mind giving a shot. Taylor Hearn for sure. And Jake Odorizzi is regressing pretty bad. Because I thought he was a higher overall than that. But he's also pitching well. So those are definitely some guys we can look at. Glenn Otto isn't having a great year, but down the stretch for sure, either Odorizzi or Danny Duffy will get called up for at least a couple starts, just to see when the September call-ups happen. They'll definitely get a few starts. But it is time to see how our draft picks turned out. Boom! Henry Cabrera, 73 overall, 80 potential. So not the craziest draft pick, especially at number 4. But he looks ready. His fielding definitely needs to come up. B potential is a little unfortunate, especially that we know it's only an 80. I wish they didn't tell you, because B potential could be obviously 80 to 89. So in my head, I would have been like, that's an 89. But it tells you flat out, like, his potential is an 80. I know potential can go up, though. But he looks pretty good. I think he could definitely come up maybe 21, 22 season. Not 21, that'd be next season, but 22, 23 season. Especially if his bat gets a little better, because his bat's already pretty good. 79 clutch is nice, but the fielding definitely needs to be something to focus on. He could also just play left field, or like stick him in the corner, you know. But pretty good pick. Pedro was a terrible pick. D potential at 18 is horrible. He's already a 71, which is pretty sweet if he had like B potential, but he does not. His hitting stats actually aren't that bad at 18, but the D potential is going to mess him up pretty bad. Oswaldo Escobar. These are the guys that they picked for me. I'm not going to pretend like I drafted these guys. But 20 years old, 56 overall, pretty low, but B potential with, 84. And he's got pretty good speed. So, actually a pretty exciting prospect is Oswaldo Escobar. And this is the guy. I don't like how his face looks, so we might tinker with that, because that does not look like a person. But Emerson Ash, 18 years old, 58 overall. 58 overall is terrible, but he has 97 potential. That is awesome. And he has good plate discipline numbers and good contact already. So, literally just his fielding and, like, some power. So that's going to be really exciting to see him in Double-A next year. And then we got Matthew Castaneda. Good reaction and good speed, which is really random, but he also does not look like a Matthew Castaneda, but who knows? Emerson Ash was the steal of the draft. I'm very excited to see how he turns out. Him and Henry Cabrera were really the only two. I mean, that's kind of rude as well, though. But, I mean, 3 out of 6? 3 out of 5? Not bad. I I wanted to look at Cristobal as well. I can't remember where he went. Cristobal was the other outfielder we were kind of looking at before we decided to go with Henry. Oh, there's Derek White, 90 potential. Where is his injury stat? Is that on here? Durability 93. I thought he was the guy that was injured. Well, great pick for the Pirates. That's kind of crazy. Felix Sosa, also another guy, but 78 potential is kind of unfortunate. Oh, here another 96 potential. Jeez. Daryl Colon, probably. All right, there he is. Cristobal Campillo. Pretty good. Not too bad, so I would have been happy either way. 84 potential, so a little higher potential. It's actually probably just a better player, unfortunately for us. But I'm happy with Henry. So that is the 2023 draft. So I think we're going to head into some critical situations. Make sure it's on. It is. Let's see. We win in Miami. We take 2 out of 3. We're at 66 wins. Smith needs... Okay, Josh Smith needs a double to complete the cycle. Kind of insane since Josh Smith is definitely not a power guy. But we'll see if we can get it done for him. Yeah, a double. A double is definitely doable. I would love to hit the cycle with Josh Smith. Go. Get it. Oh my god, he got it. He's going to get it. Let's go. Josh Smith just hit for the cycle against the Oakland Athletics. What a random player to get it done to. There it is, cycle. Josh H. Smith. That's so awesome. What a random guy to get it done to. Alright, we're going to continue on. Corey Seager's still out for 1 to 2 months. Garver needs a triple for the cycle. We're going to sim that one because Garver's not hitting a triple, unfortunately. So we sweep Oakland. We are 7.5 up on the Angels. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and enter the game with Eovaldi. Up 9. Jeez. Because Eovaldi has a shot at the Cy Young Award. So I definitely want to help him lock that down. As we're here in the 9th inning in a 9-0 game, like I mentioned, we got J.D. Davis up as Josh Young makes a diving stop. The throw to first. Can't get him. 35 speed does beat it out. A great play by Josh Young. You might have called him Josh Smith just now. The Josh has messed me up a lot in real life as well. So there'll be a runner on first in the bottom of the 9th. Eovaldi is at 112 pitches. Trying to complete the game to pad his resume. That curveball with check swing. And they said he didn't go. So the count will be 1-2. Looking for a double play ball to prevent him from overworking himself, I should say. And the 2-2 is also taken for ball 3. So we got a full count with Jock Peterson, who's having a pretty good year. 264, 12 home runs. And that is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Yastrzemski. Eovaldi just 2 outs away now. Like I said, a ground ball would be perfect. I'm going to challenge him up and in. That is a check swing, but they said he went. Actually, it might have been called a strike. I'm not sure. And that'll miss high. I'm surprised he has any energy going right now. And now a 2-1 count on Jock Peterson, who's 0 for 3 today. So that's good. 2-2 count. Called strike there. Trying to get him on the curveball. And he swings and misses. He got him. Another strikeout for Eovaldi here in the 9th. And now they're 1 out away. We got to face Skullball, who's 3 for 3. He's having a pretty good year. Hitting, 272, 12 home runs. He's pretty good. 76 overall. He's 25. Oh, I always call him Skullball. I think it's Sabol, maybe? I whistled there a little. That's strike 1. Trying to paint with the fastball low. Strike 2. 0-2 count very quickly. And he misses high. He almost swung at it, but he holds up. And now it's a 1-2 count. And it's on the ground to Duran. On to Simeon at second. And that'll complete the game for Eovaldi. The Rangers win 9-0 against a very good Giants team. I believe they are in the first wildcard spot in the National League. So a pretty good game from Eovaldi. Here's another thing I wanted to talk about in this episode: contract extensions. Oh, Bumby is regressing so hard. I mean, not really. Not that I look at it actually. He's hitting 225 with only 13 home runs. So we are gonna not give him a big boy contract. 264.10. I'd like to wait for him too. 273, 19 home runs. 828 OPS. He's only 25, and look at his progression. That is beautiful. How much money does he want per year? For 4 years, it'd be $2 million each. You can sign him until he's 30. Let's just do the 2 year. Let's do the 2 year. Oops. And we'll give him $1 million a year. Actually, we'll give him $900K a year. All right. So we have Josh Young for 2 years. Yeah, he's hitting 330. That's absolutely insane. He's making $4 million this year. How much money does he want? Okay. Give him the flat 50. 49. Can we get him for 6? Ooh. Hold on. He's 27, okay? What would a 3-year contract cost us? Do we go down to 25 for 3? 25.8? Okay, yeah, we'll do that for sure. Zeke I want for a while too. Actually, I think we're going to wait. We're going to hold off on everybody else because Leote, we have team control on all these guys. Bumpy, right? Yeah. We have team control on all these guys, so we'll see how it looks at the end of the year. But I'm glad we got those two locked up. Yeah. That looks really sweet. I'm glad we did that. That's a huge discount for us. This is what the lineup's supposed to look like, by the way. Simeon Duran at shortstop, Nathaniel Lowe, Garcia, Josh Young, Jonah Heim, Robbie Grossman against lefties, Brad Miller in left field. He just got healthy. And then Leote Tavares in center. Against righties, it's Garver. Oh, Garver's good against lefties. I think I made that mistake. Oh, no. They just both suck against lefties or righties. Yeah, see, I kind of regret not getting a... Okay, Brad Miller can DH. That'll work. I kind of regret not getting a DH at the deadline, but the best option would have been Patrick Wisdom. And honestly, thinking about it now, I wish I would have pulled the trigger on it. But he has 4 years of team control, so basically till he's 35. And I don't know. I didn't really want him till he's 35, but I also could have just traded him back later. So I regret not trading for him. Look at the power. The clutch is kind of terrible, but that kind of power bat at the bottom of the lineup would have been kind of sick. But that's all right. Alrighty, let's continue on the month of August. All right, we got to make a comeback. We'll be facing John Breba in this one. It looks like he's having a pretty good year. Like I mentioned earlier, the Giants are having a great year. And he'll be facing Nathaniel Lowe first as he swings over top of a slider. Looked pretty good. I actually know that his primary pitch is a slider. And he's going to be pounding that pitch quite often as that's hooked foul very early on that slider. Nathaniel Lowe continuing to have an insane season as that's roped right into Wilmer Flores' glove over at first base. Great catch. Exit velocity of 89, so I guess it wasn't hit as hard as I thought, but still good. Garcia 2 for 3. You love to see it. He's really turning his season around, which I love to see. As he swings under a fastball that was right down the heart of the plate. Now take a slider low. Garcia's a guy I definitely want to be a core of this team for the entire franchise. He's one of my favorite players in real life. As that ball is crushed deep left field, and the Rangers have tied it. A home run for Garcia. Continuing to turn his season around as he does a jet around first base. The game is still tied. We haven't won, but I love it. His 14th home run of the season off of John Breba, I believe. I think his name's John. It's Breba for sure, though. Brendan Rodgers can't believe it as Adolis Garcia ties the game here in the top of the 9th. Another late inning heroic from a Ranger. It's pretty common to see here in this franchise mode. It was a hop into the bottom of the 10th with Joe Barlow pitching. As neither team can score to this point, still 2-2. Geraldo Perdomo is at the plate. And the 1-1 from Barlow is hit up the middle. That's a base hit. And Tavares is going to have another opportunity. The throw home is in time. He got Brendan Rodgers at the plate. Another extra inning outfield assist from Leody Taveras. This time it would have won the game for the Giants, but another hose piece. When will they learn not to run on Leody? Another incredible throw. That's insane. Now we'll skip ahead again to the bottom of the 11th. Still tied at 2. With a roll this Chapman up. They're going to walk. The bases loaded to set up the force out at any base. And the Chapman still has a crazy high ERA. We're working on it though. As the 0-1 will be taken for strike 2. This is Patrick Bailey. He's 1 for 4 on the day. We'll try to get him to chase. And he does not, but a great block from Heim prevents the winning run to come across. So Chapman will come at him with another fastball. And it's taken for ball 2. The last thing you want to do is walk him, but he checks his swing, kind of a little sword swing at the slider. And that'll be 2 outs here in the bottom of the 11th. That'll bring up Austin Slater. He's 2 for 5. He'll hit one on the ground to Young. Young runs through all the way to first. Beautiful play by Josh Young. And now we will skip all the way to the top of the 12th with a runner at third. He tagged up on a fly ball. And now it's going to be center field to Grisham. Grisham has a cannon for an arm. Garcia's going to test the arm though. And it's offline, and the Rangers will take a 3-2 lead here in the 12th. So that'll bring our closer to Will Smith. Not great blown save-wise. He's 1-5. But 2 outs here in the bottom of the 12th. They do have runners at the corners with Mitch Haniger up. We'll start him off with a curveball, and he'll swing and miss at it. And now it's a 1-1 count to Mitch Haniger. From Will Smith, it's on the ground to Young again. Throw on to first is in time, and the Rangers will win this one. Another extra innings win for the Rangers. This team is persistent in the extra innings. But a great win nonetheless. And against a really good team. So it's good to see we are not only beating the teams we should beat, but also teams that are performing quite well. And like I said, the Giants, I believe, are in the first wildcard spot. The only reason they're not higher than that is because they're in the same division with the Dodgers. But yeah, Garcia obviously with the game-tying home run in the 9th, probably get player of the game, and he does. So another great win for the Texas Rangers. Is we had a pretty mediocre, I'll say, August. Not too bad. There's a lot of W's. There's a lot of L's too, though. Pretty mediocre. Let's take a look at the standings. We're 6 up on the Mariners now. The Astros have fallen all the way to 13 back. That's crazy. They're 4 games under 500. They're 7 games out of the wild card. That's crazy. The Angels and Mariners are both right in the middle of the wild card hunt. As I mentioned, the Angels traded for Scott Barlow, which is pretty cool to see them add to the bullpen for the trade deadline. See how everyone's doing at the end of August. Back to 276 for Simeon. No, he does have 22 homers, which is nice. Duran's cold at 245. We probably need to tinker with this lineup a little bit. Nathaniel Lowe still awesome. Garcia's heating up 250. Heck yeah, 19 home runs. Awesome. What's his OPS at? 760. Awesome. That is awesome. Josh Young having a great year. Jonah Heim has been cold too. Man, look at all these cold guys at the bottom. Yeah, I made a huge mistake not making a trade, man. Because if we would have had like a stud, even Patrick Wisdom. I wish I would have traded for Patrick Wisdom, obviously. That's the guy I regret not getting. I don't think he would have cost that much to get. But I definitely regret not doing that. Let's see how the pitchers are doing. Eovaldi, I know I saw him he got roughed up his last start. The Angels game was 5-0. But 184 is awesome. Danny Duffy in his 19 innings this month. Awesome. Dane Dunning, still low 4s. I'll take it. High 3s, I'll take it. And then there's Martin Perez. Heaney will be in the bullpen from now on. Will Smith is our closer. 370. 804 ERA for Chapman is kind of crazy. Brock Burke having a good year. Barlow's good. Hernandez is kind of okay. And Leclerc's good. Our bullpen's actually pretty good. Considering that I did not trade for anybody except for the real-life trade for Chapman. So that'll end this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in episode 4 of the Texas Rangers franchise.